What's up, beautiful people? I'm Erin, and this is Erin on Demand. And today we are talking about my top 5 mindset shifts that I have made around money. Now, I have been an entrepreneur for the past 4 years now. And even before I was an entrepreneur, I was the type who loved to save my money. Like, I worked a $30,000 a year job and I still saved $10,000, paid $5,000 on my student loans. Like, I have always been the girl who loves to see the bank account get bigger. I love to save, and I don't like to spend if I don't have to. And growing up, like, we are praised for saving money. We are told by our parents to just keep saving. You're gonna need it at a later point. And those types of teachings are kind of dangerous now, in my opinion, when it comes to taking financial risks, reinvesting into your business or into yourself. It's almost like you have this fear around spending. So when I got my business, when I started my business and it was time to hire someone, I was so scared to hire, because I'm like, what if I don't make any money next month? What if I can't pay them how much I told them I would pay them every month? What if this? What if that? And that mentality of constantly hoarding money really starts to wear on your ability to make decisions that are going to push you forward as a person, as an entrepreneur, as a whatever. And it doesn't have to just be hiring. It could be with any type of investment that you're looking to grow. This is not me saying don't save, but I have really tried to work hard on not hoarding money just to hoard it. And particularly not in a savings account. Like, even if I do save, like, we have different investment accounts that we have where different money is allocated, so that we're not just hoarding money for the sake of seeing it grow in one account. I've had to just shift my mindset from a hoarding mentality to just being able to be decisive. It's not about hoarding, it's about making decisions that are smart with my money, whether that's to spend it, whether that's to invest it, or whether that's to save it. On the flip side of that, I do think that there came a point where I became more comfortable with spending. So I was like, okay, well, great. Like, we're going to get another brand deal next month. I'm going to have this many people sign up for my program. We have this money coming in, YouTube money coming in. Like, I had all these streams of income bringing in tens of $1,000s a month. And I'm like, okay, well, I can buy this and buy that. And sometimes it's really easy to, like, spend $400 at the grocery store buying random things, not checking the price, just because you feel like you have the money. And it's very easy to start getting sloppy with your money, or to start feeling like kind of taking your resources for granted. And that was also a reality check I had to give myself, even when it comes to just feeling like I have to keep up with the Joneses, buy all this designer stuff, spending money just for the sake of spending it because I have it. So that is kind of the flip side. It's like, okay, now I've gotten out of that hoarding mentality, and you can be fooled that this abundance lifestyle is causing you to spend over abundantly in a way that is not healthy. So I really try to make sure that if I want something, or if I'm going to buy something, that is something that I really want. That's number 1/1.5. Number 2, I actually saw this on a blog. She said she's expanding her wealth energy. And I love this. Me and my husband do this all the time, but I was like, I don't know how to say this. So basically what it means when you're expanding your wealth energy is you are doing things that help you feel the feeling of wealth. So, for example, what me and my husband love to do is we always, like, go and get a smoothie or a coffee, and we drive around in the car and we look at massive houses. Sometimes we will even schedule a tour of the houses with the realtor, or we will go to different open houses that are like massive houses that we can see ourselves living in, that we want to host holiday dinners and backyard parties. And, like, we just go in them and we sit in them and we pray and we envision ourselves in that type of home. And it doesn't have to cost a lot, but when you expand your wealth energy, you're letting yourself feel the possibility and to feel it to be true, even if it's not true right now. So that is something that we practice a lot. And, even going to a dealership, test driving your dream car, it does not cost you any money, or even if you do have the money to spend, you want to spend it staying at a really nice hotel, or you go treat yourself to a really nice meal. These are things that I think have helped me. I know even when I was living in Washington, D.C., I splurged a little and got a luxury apartment, and it helped me open my mind to the ability of having more and wanting more and being okay with that. Number 3 is thinking more long term and weighing my decisions on more than just money. This is something that we have recently been rewiring to do, because growing up, we both came from families where certain things, you just consider the price first. Like, the money comes first when it comes to certain stuff. And I talked about this on a pop vlog, like booking a flight. It's always like, which one's the cheapest? Let me book that one. Whole time the thing got a 4-hour layover. You gotta wake up at 5 in the morning just to get to the 6 o'clock flight. Actually 4 in the morning to get to the 6 o'clock flight, and that's depending on how far from the airport you live. And it just inconveniences you in so many other ways. Now, for some people, that is fine. You're completely fine with that, and that's fine. As for me, I can't do it. It's just not, it's not enjoyable. It sucks me of my energy. And so my husband and I, we were like, we need to think of how we can weigh our decisions on more than just the money that it costs. So we do time. How much time is it going to take, and are we willing to put that time into this? And also with time, it's like, if you know how much you make per hour, like, how much time is it going to take me to actually make the money to buy this thing? So if you are paying for a pair of gym shoes or a pair of headphones, AirPod Maxes that are $500, and you make $50 an hour, are you willing to spend 10 hours working for those headphones? Thinking about time in the sense of how much time is it going to take to do the thing, but also how much time is it going to take for me to make the money that is required to purchase this. And on the flip side of time as well, I feel like time is one of those multi-dimensional things. Like, how much money am I losing in the time that it's taking me to make this decision? That's a whole nother aspect of it. But time is a huge factor when it comes to us figuring out if we're gonna make a decision or not. Number 2 is the energy that it takes. Is this going to drain us of our energy like a layover? Where are we sitting there wasting energy because we don't want to be there, or we don't have to be there? We could be doing something better with our time. Number 3 is desire. Is this something we even want to do, or do we feel pressured into doing it? Has someone asked us to and we feel bad that we aren't or are doing it? That's a big factor. Number 4 is the long-term impact. Is this going to have a long-term impact positively or negatively, or really not at all? And then number 5 is the cost. Weighing, does the cost make sense for the other variables that we have weighed? If so, great. If not, we're not doing it. Looking at buying something in a more holistic way instead of just at the price, because that number can be so deceptive, and we're just really trying hard to be more intentional about the things that we purchase and where our money is spent and how we choose to make decisions, not just based on the cost. Especially now, because we don't really have to. And I think it's different now from when I was first starting my business. Of course, I'm looking for the cheapest flight, but now I don't have to, and I shouldn't still be in that headspace. So, and the flights are just the easiest thing for me to think of. But, you know, you don't want to keep operating in a way that you've grown past, not just because of the money, but just because of the mindset that it puts you in. Number 4 is gratitude. And I have been using this journal every night. I write a sentence at the end of the day of what happened in the day. A lot of times I include what I'm grateful for, or something I'm really happy that happened. And that has also really helped me not, you know, for one, feel the need to fill my life with all of this stuff that I don't really need, just because I feel like my heart is positioned in the right place. So gratitude, I feel like, has been helpful for me to just keep my mind centered and my heart centered on the things that are most important in my life. And number 5 is probably the biggest shift, and that is that money is not hard to make, and it shouldn't be. Money should come to us easily. Obviously, you know, work has to be put in, but when you think about people who have excessive amounts of money, they don't think that making money is hard. Making money is something that comes easily to them. It is now a skill. It is fun to them. It is something that they feel empowered by doing, and it's not something that they feel stressed about, that they feel pressured about. And so I just know that making money, especially just from my experience, I'm like, you can seriously post a video and make money on that. Like, in the grand scheme of things, that is not hard. In the grand scheme of things, the hardest part about making money or about starting a business is the discipline, is having consistency, being aligned in vision, like all of those things. Once all of that falls into place, then the money honestly should come. So I went to this conference a few months ago. One of the speakers' names was Ruth Fernandez, and her book is called Prosperity is Not Luck, It's Your Birthright. And that just like got me. Like, it just snatched my whole spirit up, because it really is true. You know, having a prosperous life is not because somebody is lucky. It's because it truly is our birthright. And we just have to tap into that deeper level spiritually, tap into a higher level of faith in God and ourselves. And we have to put the work in and know that it's our right to have the things that we want to have. Because for me, I know that when it comes to making money, it's not so we can buy all of this stuff. It's about giving back and having impact. So when it comes to money and just these mindset shifts, it has truly, this year has been a great one so far. And I think the more that I understand how these shifts are playing out in my life, they're gonna have compound effects. So let me know if you guys agree with or disagree with any of these shifts, or, you know, just your thoughts on them. And I can do another video on things that I have stopped spending on lately, because I think that these mindset shifts have also helped my spending habits, and it has allowed me to cut out some things, just frivolous spending. So if you want to know that list of things, then let me know in the comments below. Other than that, you guys, I will see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye for now.